I'm gonna invite y'all to come with us where the corners pop.
Do the throwback Thursdays? Do they ever stop?
They sure don't.
It's magical land not far away.
All you have to do is just press play, so
hop on the couch and close your eyes.
We're gonna party like it's 99.
So join us, watch the little movies of our life.
With
Blockbuster
Wives.
All right.
All right.
Welcome to Blockbuster Wives, where your two favorite 90s babies talk about movies from the era of a certain blue and yellow video rental store. I'm your host with the most late fees, Shea Baby.
And this is Stacy, not always kind, but always rewinds. And you're listening to Blockbuster Wives.
And I should have said three 90s babies.
You're right.
Because...
Who could number 3 be? I wonder.
Ooh, it's the elusive. It's the famous. You're famous.
Infamous or just famous?
No, I think you're famous. I think I'm infamous.
Nice.
You're famous because you're an angel. Becca.
Becca.
Meow, meow, meow.
It's me.
Hell
It's
yeah.
her. She's here.
And if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock and whilst also not listening to the podcast,
Big mistake.
we mention Becca in every fucking episode. So let's be so fucking for real. You know exactly who the fuck she is, okay?
And
Becca.
if you don't, you will after this.
Period. We're so excited because Becca told us when did you tell us? Maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago? Maybe when we first started.
That I was
When
going to
we
be
first
outing you
started.
or like what I would like to do on
Yeah.
the podcast? Yeah, probably.
And so we've just been waiting for the right occasion. We've mentioned it a couple times this month, but Becca came up with this theme, Matthew McConaumay. So we were like, okay, well, you have to come here and do it, baby.
I love a pun.
So she traveled all the way here to be in town with us and do this in person because we don't do that Zoom shit.
No, fuck that. Sorry, Cody Cook. We did have to do the Zoom shit for your interview, but
But it's not preferred.
no, we like IRL realness. So we're just so stoked to have you, Becky.
And I'm stoked to be here. Look at you guys.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, we've had lots of plans today, and we have lots more after this that I'm looking forward to.
But
Y'all.
Becca is a plant goddess, and so today she shepherded us through a star nursery journey.
Hell
She was giving us the tea and the deets and the care of instructions. I got this big ass Monstera, huge, for $20.
Yeah, it's gorge. And I got a, it starts with a C. It's like but it's like angel plant, and it's pink, and she's so pretty. And I can't wait to plot. I was going to say plot and name her. I'm not going to plot her. I'm plotting and naming her at some point in the next couple days. I'm so stoked. And what did you get?
I got a philodendron and a little sweetheart Hoya, which is super cute. And we
the
will be-
sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's shaped like a heart. Okay.
It's so cute. There's like two leaves, and they're facing each
So
other.
cute.
Adorable. It, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
It encapsulates us, you know?
It does.
Two of you go into one, me and Jamie go in the other one. We're just staring at each other in that little pot.
We all need some
That's
now.
the Bax plant.
And she got an adorable little cactus holder for it to live in. That is so cute.
Very Vegas.
It is.
Because our girl does not live here, as we mentioned, so she needs a reminder of us constantly.
She's like full Bella Swan. Remember in the beginning of Twilight, she shows up to fortune her little fucking cactus. It's like tiny.
That is me.
And she's just like, I'm from the desert. See, I have a cactus. It's like, okay, we get it.
She needs like full cactus proof that she lived in the desert or
Exactly.
something.
Because wasn't that like a plot point in the book too? Is that she was like so pale even though she lived in Arizona. So there's no way you could tell. But you can when she gets a cactus.
Dead
I get it
giveaway.
now.
Dead giveaway.
So wild.
When I see
never,
someone with a cactus,
you know, I never read those books. I only watched the movies.
I did not know that.
I'm a fake fan.
Well,
They're worth a read.
Well, you need to leave immediately.
I know what we're doing for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Get the Twilight books out.
You can get it on audiobook. That would be fun. I bet it's on Libby.
I wonder who's reading it.
I don't know.
That would be, that would make
I
it or break
listened
it.
to it on Libby. Now that I think about it.
What if it was Kristen Stewart
It
narrating it?
wasn't. At least the version I got wasn't.
But that would have been sweet.
Oh, I'm in love with her, straight up, so I'd be so into that.
There's a rumor she's going to be in another vampire movie.
It's 80s themed, and she's going to be a vampire, I believe.
Love
So
it.
I'm like, nipples hard, what the fuck is up?
You know, she's found her niche, it seems.
Yeah,
So.
just vampire
She is a
and
vampire.
sexy
What
gay
can we
realness. I mean, that's it. So we have a special surprise. Becky prepared corporate bullshit for us for
Our
this movie.
first guest to do so. Going above and
I'm
beyond.
so honored.
You know, we're honored that you're here, and we're honored that you agreed to do this when we're like,
Because it's you doing our work, so thank you, my dear.
Anytime. This is step one to the commune, is redistributing the work.
Yeah.
I gotta slip that in there.
We do have a full plan of creating our own commune at some point in life. It's going to be
Tonight,
glorious. Or multiple.
So if you want to join the commune, email blockbusterwives@gmail.com.
This is the recruitment episode, baby.
Yeah. Oh my god. And just all of a sudden we start chanting.
Yeah, we're taking applications right now. But do you want to start us off on some corporate bullshit?
Oh boy, do I. Play me in.
Corporate bullshit. Some bullshit.
Okay, let's do it, baby.
Let's do it. All right, the movie we're talking about today, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Woo.
Yes, released January 27th, 2003.
Random.
Interesting.
I know.
So we weren't even 12 yet.
No.
Right.
Wow.
Freshly 11.
Yep, so 21 years ago. Crazy. Directed by Donald Petrie, who also did Miss Congeniality.
Holy shit.
yeah,
That makes so much
such a good
sense.
movie.
That's what I thought when I saw it. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And also, I think it's called Just My Luck with Lindsay Lohan, but I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but
See it either.
they seem all in the same energy field, you know.
So maybe that's next for me to check out. Starring Kate Hudson as Andy Anderson.
God,
and of course,
yes.
Matthew McConaughy for Benjamin Barry. Runtime 116 minutes. So quite a bit longer than y'all prefer normally.
Yeah.
True, but you know, pretty close to the...
An extra 20 minutes
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
20 is a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it, I'll say.
4 minutes shy of 2 hours. But you're right, it does go by pretty quickly. It's funny, just a quick break. I always feel like it's segmented into two very distinct movies for some reason. Like when they go to Staten Island feels like a complete other half of the movie to me.
Oh my god, good point.
But budget $50 million. They made $177 million.
Hey,
God
money, money,
damn.
money.
We're turning a profit, baby.
Fuck yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes. Critic score? 42%.
What?
I am shook.
I know.
That's
To
so
me
low.
bones. That's so low.
Audience got it together a little more. 77%.
Okay. That's more average, but still,
Yeah,
dude, are you
it's so
serious?
low. I feel like everyone loves this movie.
Dude, for Dazed and Confused to be in the 90s,
I'm puzzled by that.
that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay.
We're going to break the fourth wall a little bit here. I know that this is y'all's favorite part, Ebert, right?
Yeah.
Everybody listening, tune in this part especially.
Oh, Lord. I'm ready.
Ebert gives it 1.5 stars.
Are you fucking
That's
kidding
low.
me?
I feel like he would give Adam Sandler movies 2 stars occasionally, and he hates him.
Dude, that's
1.5.
bad. What a fucking idiot.
Well, you know what made sense to me is didn't he also hate Miss Congeniality?
He did,
Yes.
and he was just wrong about it.
So he hates Donald Petrie, turns out.
You're right. Maybe they had beef, yo.
What a fucking idiot, dude.
Actually, I need to pull up the quote, but while I do that, I'm going to go through the rest of this. So, Bechdel test. Mm-hmm. Immediately, yes. The very first conversation being had.
Yep.
I will say, during the opening, there's like a little background of her talking her way out of a ticket with a police officer. So, like, not the first, but the first relevant to the plot.
Yeah, the first, like,
yeah.
real conversation.
It's
Yeah.
about her writing a badass article.
Oh, so cool.
Dude, hell yeah.
And while you're finding your quote, I will also say that I showed this to Brent for the first time maybe like 6 months ago, and he loved it. We've watched it since. Like, he's like, let's watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. But I was Googling what it was based on, because at the beginning credits it says it's based on a book. So I looked up the book, and it's like a fun, cheeky picture book. But the Amazon reviews are hysterical because some people are taking it like way too seriously.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
this book wasn't actually that helpful in my dating life. And
No
I'm like,
fucking way.
I'm pretty sure it's a joke.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Incredible. I found it.
Yay. Okay, let's do it.
Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson star. I neglected to mention that, maybe because I was trying to place them in this review's version of the Witness Protection Program.
What?
If I were ever
Relax.
taken off the movie beat and assigned to cover the interior design of bowling alleys, I would have some idea of how they must have felt as they made this film.
Wait, what?
Yikes.
Dude, he hated this movie.
I don't get interior design of a bowling alley. What is he talking
I
about?
don't get it either.
Then he would know how it feels to make that movie somehow.
What the hell? It's not even like it looks normal. Like, it doesn't...
It looks good.
Yeah, I feel like nothing about the set design is, like, weird.
No.
He calls Kate Hudson's character a vaporous fluff ball of narcissistic cluelessness.
Them's fighting words.
Listen, Ebert,
Dude.
if you hate women, just say that.
Yeah.
Literally, he hates... I think
She
he
is
hates women. I do-
charming and hilarious.
She's so charming
She's
and so
so
hilarious.
cute.
She's so cute. She's so smart. She's so... hot
And he's like,
cool.
fluffball bitch.
Narcissistic.
Just because she won't fuck you, you
Vaporous.
fucking moron.
Vaporous?
Wow.
Vaporous.
Wow.
That's mean.
Yep.
He's such a dick, dude.
Did you have any insults from McConaumay, or is, he's a man?
Just
so.
women.
Should we revisit? Let's see.
I will say, also, speaking of this, I don't know why it came to mind, but we have a Fuck Ebert mug for sale. If
At
you'd
our
like
merch store.
to purchase, it is on the link in our bio of our Instagram, which is just Blockbuster Wives.
So you
So-
can sip that scalding hot tea.
Yeah, it just looks like a black mug until you put in some hot shit, and then you see Fuck Ebert, and I don't know what made me think of that, but just putting that out there.
He doesn't really say anything about Matthew McConaughey's performance or character.
It's all that bitch's fault. We get it. We see you, Ebert.
What a
Yeah.
fucking dick.
We hear you loud and clear. 1.5. Wow.
1.5
shit.
stars.
Wow.
Horrible. I was
Dang.
excited for y'all's reaction on that.
I'm
my
low.
favorite part of Red Even.
That is
I'm
low.
so annoyed. Mm-hmm. I'm so annoyed. Well, Becky,
for
thank you so
corporate
much.
bullshit. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
perfect.
I know. Appreciate it. Worked real hard. Did some homework.
Well, it looks great, and it sounded great, and we're so proud of you. I also came prepped with 3 fun facts about McConaumay.
Ooh,
Tell him.
I'm so excited to learn.
Here we go. Okay, number 1. His motto is just gotta keep living, man, which comes from Dazed and Confused. That's a line that he says in Dazed and Confused. And because of that line, he was like, you know what? I want to adopt this as my, life motto. And then he made a foundation called the Just Keep Livin' Foundation, dedicated to empower high school students by providing them with tools to lead active lives and better futures, and after-school fitness programs for 45 inner-city schools.
Nice.
Good job, Mr. McConaughey.
So, pretty fucking cool. Number 2, okay, this is kind of dark, but also dope at the same time. Matthew McConaughey's mom wrote a book called I Amaze Myself.
Oh!
Okay?
Incredible.
First of
Love
all,
it.
amaze.
Yep, we love it.
Ebert's head would explode if you heard
I
that
know.
title.
He would hate her. He'd write a nasty review being like, she's a daft bitch
One of the
Loves
best
herself
stars.
too
with
much.
hairy business or some shit. He's fucking annoying. Anyways. And in the book, she details that her husband, aka Matthew McConaughey's dad, died while they were fucking. Is that crazy?
Oh
Was
my
he
god.
elderly?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She just put that in her book.
That is a very fun fact.
Dude, especially with the title
It's fun
I
and
Amaze
dark.
Myself.
Wait,
She's like, I killed a man with my pussy.
I know.
straight
That's
up.
the thing is, I do want a little more context if possible. Like, how did he? We don't know.
I don't know. Maybe heart attack?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Right.
But
That's like,
either way, bars. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
If I had to go, I would go that way too.
How old was McConaumay? Do we know?
I don't know.
Wow.
I think it must have been in later years. I think it was probably 10 years ago or some shit.
Wow.
And then
What a
number
way to
3, Matthew McConaughey was arrested in 1999 for resisting arrest after Popos discovered marijuana in his Texas home.
shout out to McConaughey.
Fun fact about this, though, a fact on top of the fact, he was naked and actively playing bongos.
Oh my god.
Let the man live.
Literally.
So he was naked playing bongos and resisting arrest all at the same time?
Yep.
Incredible.
I love him.
He's running away while playing bongo.
Listen, I know I said we don't know much about him, but if that's all I heard, I'd love him.
fan.
I mean, I fucking love him.
I'm
I'm
a
a fan,
fan.
you know? So, shouts out to McConaumay. Happy McConaumay to all who celebrate, which is hopefully everybody.
What if he was running away with the bongos, like fabricating a running away sound as he was playing the bongos? Yeah, exactly.
Like, get back here. And he's like, never.
Dude, so fucking good. But yeah, those are my 3 fun facts.
Very nice.
Very fun.
Thanks so much. I try to make them as fun as possible for y'all. But shall we dive right in?
Let's dive.
Okay. My first note is the magazine theme in the early 2000s is so on and poppin'.
Yes.
Did you talk about
I
this?
was like, I want to talk all about lady magazine culture.
Let's do it.
Dude,
Is it a thing
seriously.
still?
Look,
It doesn't feel like it.
no.
No.
I think it's more like online,
Yeah.
like Instagrams. I think that's like the new magazines.
Well, for the Zoomers who may not know, when you were a teenage girly and our age growing up, you would buy these splashy, colorful magazines that would tell you how to fuck and how to get guys and how to be hot. And
do
it
your
was-
makeup.
It was like super heteronormative, very, designed to make you buy stuff. So
Totally.
That was really their end game.
Totally. But you know what? I will say it was such an inspiration for us, and it was such a big part of like the beginning of our friendship. But that's why we do the personality quizzes at the end of each episode as an ode to that era, as an ode to us buying magazines as a friend group and like giving each other the little personality quizzes at the end of each, mag. And also, I have to say, that is, again, why I love astrology.
Yeah, that was always in there.
Oh,
the
every time.
horoscopes.
So, shouts out. Also, Farrah was in 17 magazine.
What?
When we were in high
Yeah,
school.
tell us.
When we were 17.
Oh my lord.
So fucking cool. I always have to shout that out.
Dude, yeah, tell us.
And it's for having like really good hair. She like
She has
entered
great
being
hair.
like, I probably won't, da 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 da. But she entered like, because she has like gorgeous curly hair.
Yes.
And yeah, she was featured in 17 magazine for having bomb hair.
That's so cool.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
She never brings it up. If I were her, it would be in my Instagram bio. It'd be on my fucking resume. I'd talk about it with every single person I know. Like,
Yeah.
she's amazing. Anyway, shouts out.
Did y'all cut pictures out of the magazines and like make collages with them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't, because I liked the emo boys and they weren't in those magazines.
You're right. I was a Orlando Bloom fan, and he was
Hey,
frequenting
all
the
over.
rooms. Yep, he was there. And obviously Johnny Depp too. Same.
True.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think
He
the
was
first one I
plentiful.
cut out was like Shia LaBeouf, and then also Elliot Page. Now,
Nice.
I definitely cut him out, and I didn't know I was gay. LOL, Shay, please. Anyway, all the signs that I'm realizing now as an adult, so funny. Anyways,
Also, whiplash with like the magazine culture. How page 1 would be like, here's how to make a delicious cake, and then page 2 would be like, how to lose 28 pounds in 10 days, and the next page is like, how to love yourself, and you're like, okay,
like,
these
please.
two things don't go together.
And then sometimes it'd be like, how I almost died from toxic shock syndrome. And you're like, like
Oh my
scary.
You know what? I will say, because of magazines like that, now I'm so careful about, period products and shit, because I feel like, every magazine was like, toxic shock
You
syndrome.
will lose your leg or die. And it's like, oh my god.
Cool. I hate those options. So,
right.
you know what? Just a couple hours in, I'm removing and reapplying, baby. So annoying. But yeah, I feel like this movie, what else? 13 going on 30. Maybe that's it, but it felt like a lot.
It did feel like a lot more. I'm sure, like, at least in the background, they're all looking. Like, Mean Girls, I'm sure, had it in there.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. And if you can think of another one, holla at us, because I know it's not just those, but... Oh, I know. It's not a women's magazine necessarily, but in Friends with Benefits, there's online magazines that they talk about in that movie, too.
Also, Sex and the City, right?
Sex in the Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
that
newspaper,
was-
but still.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Then I should have thought of that. What crazy.
Sorry,
I
I
think
got you.
that's why I enjoy the Christmas Prince trilogy on Netflix so much. The first movie, she's a journalist who really wants to write about hard-hitting subjects, but her boss wants her to write about gossip.
Familiar.
And so she has to go to Aldovia to cover the prince there, and then she pretends to be a tutor and breaks into the place, essentially. But it all ends well.
A little fraud, never heard anyone.
Yeah.
A little trespassing.
Stacey will use any opportunity to bring up these like Christmas
I
hallmark
love
movies.
them. They're so good.
She loves them so much. I need to really I need to watch one just so I can
They're
experience. what
very
you're talking about.
soothing.
This is the second Christmas movie conversation we're having today. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was telling her about Night Before Christmas before, or Night for Christmas. Old crone.
Yes.
Anyway,
Indeed,
if you've seen it, you know.
you know what I'm talking about.
And if you haven't, we're bringing back the word crone.
Yeah.
Exactly. I actually don't even know what that means.
This
TBH.
means old lady.
Oh, wow.
But we don't know when crone officially begins, right? Like, when do you become a crone?
I think menopause.
What'd you say?
I think menopause.
Yeah.
That's when you enter your crone era officially.
How come like all dudes get like hot names for when they get old, and ladies get like old maid and like
crone.
crown? Like, dude, shut the fuck up. We're taking it back. We're gonna say
Crone,
like old
crone,
hot
crone,
pussy.
crone, crone.
Crone.
Crone is a compliment.
crone.
Shout out to all the crones listening to this podcast.
Period. Which is probably nobody.
Hashtag
That's
hot crone.
Hashtag hot crone. It's gonna be our new hashtag. Okay. I also wrote that butt is said too many times in the first minute. It is said 3 times instead of ass. And I'm just like, bro, I can't do this anymore.
It's like we need to keep that. Is it PG or PG-13? It's probably PG.
I think it's probably PG.
Yeah, ask like butt.
Yeah.
Should we do a little
Yeah,
fact
let's
check?
look. I bet it is PG. Well, it might be PG-13 technically.
You think? But I think they would say ass then.
I think so too. They are in the workplace, so maybe they're trying not to.
True, they're proper ladies.
Yeah. Although I still wouldn't say butt at work. So,
No.
at all.
It is rated PG-13.
Wow. They were playing it real safe. PG-13, it's really not like
I know, I'm trying to think of the worst
spicy
scene
at all.
in there.
Probably probably the penis scene. When she, named his penis.
Do you think so?
Probably.
Yeah.
That would be too much for PG.
Especially since it's sexual. She could probably get stabbed in the eye and they'd be like, man, who
Yeah.
cares?
Right.
But say the word penis.
Right.
And now we're
Too.
PG-13.
There is the shower scene later on in the movie where he takes off her shirt, and I bet, you don't see anything, but I bet
But
that's
still.
also the implication.
Totally. It's probably
can't imply.
suggested nudity.
Yeah, don't imply that women have breasts. Don't do it.
Don't do
But
it.
don't say ass, say butt.
I was just like, don't do this. Don't do this. There was another movie that did that too. Oh, it was Jurassic Park, but we haven't covered that yet. But I
Hold
watched
on
it
to
alone.
your
And I was like,
butts.
too many times. Why? And it was Samuel L. Jackson, which is so unlike him, obviously. But anyway, okay.
But that was, like we talked about, ostensibly a kid's movie
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah, but
It's terrifying.
full-on horror movie.
Jumanji is very scary.
It was,
Yes!
it was so crazy. I was like, this is fucking terror. I'm having full anxiety for 2 hours watching this shit.
Honestly, even the new one, scary.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen
Jack
any of
Black?
them.
I'm shocked.
Except for the first one I just watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I think you're talking about Jumanji.
Oh,
And you're
whoa.
talking about Jurassic Park.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was talking about Jumanji.
Oh, no, I also haven't seen that with Jack Black. Haven't seen it.
Well, yeah, no wonder. Yeah, Jurassic Park does not have Jack Black in it.
That's why I was like,
but-
wait a second. I think we're
though.
talking about two separate things.
It should, though. But I still haven't seen the new, I almost said Jurassic Park. Jumanji!
They're the same movie.
They are. I'm telling you.
Board game brings all the dinosaurs around.
Hey, actually, that'd be a kind of cool combo,
mix.
TBH. All right, anyways.
Jumanji Park.
Also, them talking, it's such a fucking early 2000s movie because, the ginger friend, hottie, was like, I haven't eaten since the split. And they're like, good for you, girl.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Very
fucking
fat phobic.
please stop.
And then later on, she's like, I'm fat.
Yeah, the whole movie's like, I didn't call her fat. And that's, the worst thing to, say to anybody.
In front of him. Yeah.
Just so, it's brought up so many times. It's just, nothing new to see here, every movie. But yeah.
I definitely thought about you guys and the podcast specifically because you've been talking about just the rampant fat phobia happening.
Yeah.
And so, of course, when you're watching a movie already having that background, you're like, oh my God. Yeah, this is crazy.
I know, it's like a filter that you can't unhear or unsee. Once you recognize, no. Every show, every movie, watch any sitcom, any movie from then until now, and they will all at least once bring up being fat as something gross.
And this magazine culture was especially bad. It was always how to lose weight. Always.
To teenage girls.
Yeah, never body positive, never had anyone but a twig on the cover.
Yes. And that's the thing is you had Cosmo magazine, which this is very, strongly suggesting it's Composure magazine, but
Right.
very tangential to Cosmo.
Totally.
But they also had Cosmo Teen. And so when you think it was an adult women's magazine, not the teen version. And that still was how to make your body look different.
Or dressing for your body type.
ready.
Fuck that, bro.
yeah.
God. Or
Yikes.
the colors you can and cannot wear. Get the fuck out of my face.
Well, and the dating tip racket. I feel like they were always telling you how to interact with men as if they're all the same.
I know.
It's pretty funny.
It was bad news.
Which is the premise of this movie, essentially.
Yeah.
It's the reason she decides to write the article. She's like, I'm going to teach women what not to do so they don't drive men away. And I'm going to make this man break up with me in 10 days by being annoying, essentially.
Yeah, being the worst person. No one acts like that, dude.
For real.
Oh, man.
I do love that she was taking one for her friend though. And
Yes.
she's like, well, who else wants to use Michelle's personal story?
True.
And she's like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Trying to protect her from it.
Because the other girl was like, I'll do it. And they're like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, upbeat girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
And scary, but still upbeat. That was very funny.
And then-
I like her. Also, just skipping ahead after they already met, him trying to seduce her, immediately putting on Nelly's Hot in Here.
Yeah.
That's a move I need to make.
It's yeah, baby, with this cool, little stereo system.
Yes.
Yes, I'm in my full slut era right now, and I need
Slurt.
to write that. Yeah, the slurt. Is that what it was? Slurt.
Flirt.
I'm in my slurt era, and I need to definitely use that move. I feel like it would work. TBH.
probably.
So
And the boss who wants to use Michelle's personal life for a story in Jumanji. We talked about last time.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Yeah,
Full
she's the
circle.
aunt.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Here we are.
I know. Good times. Oh, the part where he's like, "Ooh, you're already falling in love with me." And she's like, "I'm gonna make you wish you were dead." I'm like,
And then she does a little.
Yes.
She's so great in this movie.
She's incredible in this movie. She was 23 when they filmed it. And Matthew McConaughey was 33.
Wow,
Damn.
she's such a gravitas to her.
Yes, I agree.
know.
Full-heartedly.
Wow.
yeah, she was really. Well, her mom is Goldie Hawn, so
True.
she has it going on, you know.
She was also, at this point, married to someone who was 13 years older than her. So she was saying, like, the scenes with her and McConaughey didn't feel awkward because she was already experiencing that in real life. So,
I know about that life.
yeah, she's
okay.
like, I've been there. So,
Oh, that's cool.
That was going to be one of my notes, is a Goldie Hawn Nepo baby.
hey, I mean, for real.
And Kurt Russell, but technically he's not her dad.
Oh, really?
He just like stepped in as a stepdaddy.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the real dad? We don't know.
I have no idea.
Interesting.
Yep. But hey, Kurt Russell's fucking cool as shit.
And she looks just like her mom.
Oh,
Like, damn.
complete copy and paste. Shit is wild.
I did say that, like, when they noticed Michelle's missing because she got broken up with again, I thought it was so us-coded for them to be like, all right, it's my turn. Like, I'm going to go handle this. And, like, she brought her, like, the sweater and, like, pulled her back
Samples.
to work. Like, I'm going to make your eyes look fiercely green or whatever. So sweet.
That is
They
very
are
much
very
us.
nice to
Yeah.
her.
And specifically, I know I've talked about this before, but it was when I was fucking Depressedville Central Steez Sandwich back when I was like right after graduating high school. And Stacy literally came to my house and was like, "We're going to a party.
Get ready,
Get in the
bitch."
shower right now." And she like dragged me to this party, and it was like the best time ever.
Yay.
So it was exactly what I needed. It was amazing. And I know, obviously, if you weren't away, you would have done the same thing for me. So,
All right.
So basically, move back. Anyway.
Anywho.
Oh, I thought of you because the part where Matthew McConaughey was like, "No, he's an oaf and he knocked it over." I'm like, Stacy will love that line. She keeps calling herself a clumsy oaf.
I
Like,
am
for
a
the last
clumsy
3
elf.
weeks.
It's true.
The purse with the Knicks tickets. Yeah.
She keeps calling herself a clumsy oaf. I'm like, no,
Did
you're
you?
not.
Becca saw I literally almost knocked this drink fully off the table. I snatched it back at the last second.
See?
Yeah,
A clumsy oaf wouldn't have done that.
Stacey has always been self-proclaimed clumsy.
Yes.
It's true.
That's true.
But so was the friend who was in Dazed and Confused, which we talked about.
Yes. Who's so hot.
Eyebrows.
Yeah.
I've never seen Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, he plays like a intellectual, self-reflective high schooler guy.
Nice.
And he plays like hot best friend who like says it like it is. No, he's very hot.
Love
Also, not missing out on much with Dazed and Confused, but you can listen to that episode later.
Maybe I will, you know?
Well, we're in a little time machine situation, y'all.
Yeah.
So Becca hasn't actually heard any of the McConaumay episodes.
Not yet.
Feels weird to be living in the future.
Also, dude, I want to go to an NBA game and drink a crispy Diet Coke.
Oh yeah,
Like, right the fuck
Recommend.
now.
Next time you get up to Utah, we'll go.
Jazz
we had such a
game.
fun time.
Utah Jazz, go Jazz. Sorry, the team sucks, but we like them.
It's
We
totally
support
fine.
them regardless.
Yeah.
The highs and the lows. The Jazz
Exactly.
go together.
You're not a fair weather fan.
I'm
Yeah.
sure not.
It would still be so fun. I would fucking love that. As long as they have Diet Coke. Maybe if they have Pepsi, I don't know.
Like,
I'll have to
I'm not
look it
sure
up.
I can go. The beers were good.
Also, that lamb dinner looks insane.
Oh my god, yes.
Like the glaze.
Yes.
The cherry glaze,
The little
dude.
bones. So
And you
bomb.
notice the cherry
Oh my god!
in the drink and the Diet Coke.
Yeah, she
Oh
made us
my
a little
God.
cocktail that has Diet Coke in it from the basketball game, and then also cherry from the glaze from the lamb.
I failed to make a slushie, but you know what? I tried, and now I know I can't do that. Go to 7-Eleven. You know what I mean?
It's tasty.
Is there a slushie in the movie?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to make a slushie.
Gotcha.
I thought it'd be sexy and cool.
It would be.
Thank you. They do have snow cones in that scene where, like, when they're back home visiting, he like grabs them and then
yeah,
like
yeah.
the truck.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and they get sprayed by the car.
Yeah,
Cuties.
but didn't work out. All right. Anyway,
Okay, so I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Yes.
No judgment.
God, yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm excited.
So obviously the premise is to make someone fall in love with you in 10 days. What is the fastest you've ever told someone that you love them? Whether you meant it or not, right? Like, what's the fastest you've ever told somebody?
Ooh.
I'm trying to remember. I haven't had that many serious relationships.
Me neither. But, like in love, right?
Or at least, like, you said it. Like, yeah, like, I'm in love with you, basically. Like, I love you, but they took it as, like, I'm in love with you.
Okay. Probably with my Australian ex that I've talked about on the pod. We had a pandemic relationship, and I feel like that intensified things to a bajillion because we were like
Talking constantly, I'm sure.
like night and day, falling asleep on the phone, waking up with each other. Like it was like that all day, every day. So I think even after just like 2 months, maybe even less, maybe
I
a
feel
month
like that's
and a
not
half.
that long.
Yeah, it might have
Months.
Yeah, maybe it was like a month and a half, but that was the fastest I had ever said it. What about you?
Probably Scott, my first boyfriend. Shout out Scott.
Makes sense. Your first love.
Shout out to Scott.
So it's funny because even while we were like about to date or whatever, when he asked me to be his girlfriend, I never had a boyfriend before. I was like, can I think about it? And he full on said no. Should have been a
He's
red
like,
flag.
this offer's only open for the next 5 minutes. So you're like,
No.
okay.
So I really did. I was like, okay, well, looks like we're going to try this. And then like 2 weeks later, he told me, I love you. And then I didn't say it back for like another 2 weeks. But then we were laying on the trampoline and he's like, I just hate that you haven't said it yet. And I was like, well, guess what?
Guess what, bitch?
Cute. Power move,
I got
to be
news for
honest.
you.
Yeah, good call.
I honestly, this is bad. I don't remember. Like, nothing sticks out as like where I said it. Like, either one of us said it particularly like fast or something. So
Yeah.
like a few months.
That's
Probably.
nice.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I guess isn't even that short of a time. But it is for some, for some people, it takes a long time to tell.
But some
so.
people, like, you hear whirlwind romances where they're like a weekend. They're like, I love you, girl.
Totally.
You know?
100%.
Totally.
And I've definitely said it when I didn't mean it, but like even I thought maybe I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty soon after this is when she starts like pulling all these hijinks to be like,
Oh,
I need
so
to get rid of
funny.
him. And one of them is that she does shitty Photoshop to combine
God.
to make their babies. And guess what I did a couple days ago?
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, baby.
Guys, we're about to see this real time. I've never felt more pressure.
I created
And I love
our
when he
children,
sees
baby.
it and he goes, our kids are
Number
attractive.
one. Becca,
We don't have children.
you and I have a gorgeous daughter.
Okay, honestly, wait. Honestly,
Oh my God, I can't wait.
what does this person look like?
Us.
I don't know. We'll have to
Wow.
post. We'll have to post.
Oh, I know.
Cute.
She looks like Rory from Gilmore Girls.
Yes, she
Yeah, she
does.
does. Good call.
Alexis Bledel, is that her name?
Yeah.
And then Stacy. Wait.
Wow, we got to post these with the app.
I agree.
Oh my God, we look so cute.
And also a boy came up too, so I'll show you the boy.
Oh, let me see the little boy. Oh, I love his little jacket.
He has like a fucking like old pilot jacket or something.
Where did they get?
Very
And like
cool.
a band tee. I think it's like copying my t-shirt that I'm wearing in this, but still. So yeah, just wanted to have that as a little
We don't
surprise.
have children.
Oh my god.
We don't have children.
Her little like one-liner, like weird sounds she makes kill me. They're so funny. And she's like, "You think I'm some sort of mental person?"
That part reminds me of you because I know you used to quote that all the time.
That's
Love
just-
it.
that whole like she's interrupting a dinner party with his friends. Like she is hilarious from beginning to end, and they're all just like they know she's insane, so they're like walking on eggshells, but she's still like
Yeah, the poker game, they're trying to get through one game and she's not letting them.
Fun fact I learned while researching this movie, most of that was improv.
nice
Is
girl.
that crazy? A lot of that movie was improv. They
She's
relied
so
on.
good.
Like
23.
It is funny that she says she's like legitimately calling his mom. Like I'm like that's a little far.
That's wild.
She's like I called your mom and got baby
Yes.
pictures of you. We talk all the time. I was like bitch.
Yeah, and she's like, love you too.
tomorrow.
I'm like, huh? But it is cute because when they actually do meet, I'm like, I love that mom.
Okay, fast forwarding a little bit when she's like, he's never brought a girl back home. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, maybe they're all on the
I'm
same
like,
team.
wait, what? Matthew McConaumay, Fox Alert is never
Maybe
in his
not.
33 years of life.
Well, I
Maybe
think-
not.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make him out as being like commitment phobic, right?
Yes.
Because at the beginning he called it a marathon, not a sprint, and they were like, "Oh, 10 days is a marathon." So yeah,
Oh, yeah. By the way,
Playa,
sorry if
playa,
you're
playa.
hearing all the noises of me eating my cherries. I apologize.
Same.
But yeah, dude, that whole scene of them going back to his fucking family's house is so cute. And it reminds me so much of back home. Like, just them being on the porch in front of the water, playing card games. Like, that's all people do back home, really. Like, genuinely, that's like a lot of what
Nice.
our families do. So, very cute.
that is so sweet. It's funny because you always talk about looking at Shea. Realize you guys can't see my eyes. You always talk about like crying during the movies. Did you cry during this one? Stacy, did you cry?
No.
I cried.
Yeah.
What part did you cry?
Wait, I want to hear what part you cried on.
I only cried once this
Yeah,
time.
me too.
This
I
time.
wonder if it was the same
I
time.
know.
Let's say it at the same. I'm just kidding. You just happen to say the exact same words.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. Like where they're breaking up. And he goes, well, you did it. You just lost him. And she's like, no, I didn't, Ben, because you can't lose something you never had. I was
Period.
like, oh my God.
Ouch.
The part that I
Knife
cried
in the
was when
chest.
she said, when your mom hugged me today, she really hugged me. That part made me
was
so
when she was
cute.
crying.
Yeah.
And then they fuck in the shower.
Hey, that's so hot, you guys.
But how about... I usually like to talk at this beginning, but what is your like relationship with this movie? Like, when did you first see it? Did you watch it all the time?
I don't remember when I first saw it, but I did watch it all the time. And when I was living with Vanessa, we had to be like 19. We watched it all the time. And one time we even texted each other back and forth, like after we had moved out, every line to this movie, every line back and forth with the text message. Oh my
God. Very nice.
Yep. So this one and The Hangover we would watch all the time.
Oh, wow. Okay, very different vibes.
Both comedies, I guess. But yes, different vibes for sure.
What about you, Shea?
Well, I feel like it was definitely a movie that was played a lot at like birthday sleepovers when we were teenagers, like tweens. I think that was the first time I ever watched it because I think I would have been too young to watch it in theaters because we were 11. So, and I wouldn't have seen that with like my mom or an adult. So yeah, I think the first time was probably at like a birthday party. And then I remember we watched it a lot, I feel. Like the 3-4 of us.
Yeah, I had it on DVD, and I feel like it was in heavy rotation.
Yeah, I feel like that's like one of your favorite romantic comedies, right?
Yeah, I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
Which is like, I probably don't like even, I feel nothing now, because I'm just like, hee hee,
Yeah, you're
it's
just-
so much fun.
Yeah. And you know the ending.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like,
so
everything's going to be
good.
just fine.
It's so cute.
I
And
did
she's a
write that.
comedic genius.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, she's so good. And it's very subtle. Like, it's not over the top, you know? It's really
Right.
good.
I did write down that it'd be fun to get to the point where you could like joke about it with each other. You know, like at the very end when he's chasing her down in the cab. And then she starts going like, oh, Benny, boo, 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 boo. I'm like, oh, it would have been so fun to like, you know, get over how much that must have sucked and hurt. And then just be like, remember how ridiculous that was?
Yeah, I wish we had a sequel.
They should
cute.
make a
Get
sequel
on it, Donald Petrie.
Yeah.
for fucking
Very
real,
They're
dude.
both fine as hell still.
And now you
True.
don't have Ebert sucking the life out of you.
He's dead, so go for it.
Literally, look, I always have to bring up, whenever he pisses me off, I have to bring up the fact that we're winning. Okay? Because he's Gonzo Burrito. And he
We're
sucks.
going to get a letter from his estate.
No! You know what?
Cease and
Hey, guess what?
desist.
Yeah, stop selling these mugs. We hate you.
It could be any Ebert. You don't know. You don't fucking know.
Plausible
Exactly.
deniability.
Yeah.
Do you know all the Eberts? I don't think so.
They're like, oh yeah? And then they just like play every episode. And I'm
We're like,
fucking hate
speaking of hating Roger Ebert, buy our fuck Ebert mug. Unrelated.
After like specifically reading his movie reviews.
You know what? Fuck it, we ball. Okay, that's the theme of our pod. Ooh, okay. Can we talk about the famous buttercream dress, everybody?
Oh, y'all. Do you remember my 8th grade dance
Yes!
dress?
Yeah.
It was yellow because of this movie.
Yes.
call.
I was
Oh
like,
my
I'm
God.
going to wear a yellow dress like Kate Hudson did and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Y'all have similar features.
Yeah. My
yeah.
God.
I can see it.
Wait a minute. I just realized we didn't even really talk about like our beginning of us.
Oh, that's true. We're just like, you know the drill.
Yeah, like, you know, Becca's
Heard enough
famous.
about me.
No, we need to talk about our lore.
Yeah, quick
Okay.
detour.
Cool.
Okay, let's talk about how we first all met each other. All Star. Okay. I don't know if we've ever talked. I think I've talked about meeting Stacy, but I met Becca. Actually, the first time I ever like met her, I just saw her. It was her and our best friend Jamie, and they were like walking like arms linked, both wearing glasses, both freckly, both like so cute. Literally in their own like world. And I so desperately wanted to be a part of it on a different level. Fast forward, I'm in band with Jamie. I believe that's how we met. We were also in the same science class. We hated each other. And then we became friends. Jamie introduced me to Becca. And they moved schools the next year. And I was devastated. I still don't even remember the first... How long were you at that other school?
Like 6 months.
Okay.
Maybe not even, honestly.
So honestly, like... I don't even remember any part of that time period of my life. I'm so serious. Like, I just knew...
Blacked it out.
Yeah, I knew we were meant to be best friends, and I was just, like, waiting. I was like, they'll come back. Like, I didn't know their numbers or anything. And then one day, I'm walking down the hall and it's like, hello, darkness, my old friend. The doors open up. It's both of them. The sun is beaming behind
what?
and I remember literally running to you. I probably looked like a fucking Naruto freak of nature. And I was like, oh my God, you guys are here. And you're like, hey, because like you didn't think of me the same way I thought of you, obviously. But I got it out of them. So stuck on that. And that's how I met you.
And then Becca and I think got off to a rocky start. Okay, so we had a bunch of 6th grade classes together because we were both coyotes.
Shout out.
So we had like English together and I think math and a couple other classes. So I would see her around a lot, but I don't think we ever sat near each other and like we didn't really know each other that well. But Becca unearthed a fabulous journal entry. I believe was it 6th grade?
It had to be either 6th or 7th.
I think it was 6th or 7th grade. So near the beginning of our beautiful friendship. And it's because we had both been invited to go to a birthday party of this girl we knew. And Becca, do you want to write what you wrote in your journal about me?
I would love to. So do you want me to start from like, I'll just start from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had written in my journal that I had brought, so this friend was Natasha. I had brought Natasha what I thought she would really like, which was a poster of Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Which is a great present.
Yeah, Stacey wants that right now.
Give it to me.
But then I quickly felt overshadowed because Stacy had gotten her first. It was very cute. Okay, looking back with like non-jealous eyes, it was very cute. She got her like a boa, and that's what she first put over her. She goes, "Okay, so for your present, you're gonna need this," and she puts over like a cute little feather boa
So
to like set the
cute.
scene. Exactly.
so extra.
That's how I knew I was screwed. I was like, "Oh no."
It's like the walls are closing.
Really?
No. But the best part, she wrote Stacy Newman. Like my full government name.
Newman. Just in case I wanted to look later. It's like, what's Stacy? Oh, it's this Stacy.
Amazing.
Had gotten her a karaoke machine. Great gift. Love it.
So cool.
Yeah, but she's being generous by karaoke machine. I think it was literally those like little microphones you get that have like a battery in them and like amplify it slightly. Like it was not like a full blown karaoke machine.
Still so cool though.
But the part that we love about the journal entry.
Oh, and an Evanescence CD, right? And you were like,
I know, which, by the way, Evanescence, so good.
So
good.
fucking good.
Still. But anyway, so I just felt some type of way. And when I took it out of my journal later, I said, yeah, and Stacy rolled up in a yellow Hummer. And it's funny because we're like, Stacy has never owned, come in contact
never
with.
set foot in one.
No one she's ever known has had a yellow Hummer. So
Our working theory is that my mom drove a yellow Volkswagen Beetle. So that
easily
Beetle,
confusable.
Hummer, same difference.
Definitely.
So yeah, we got off to a rocky start. However, we really hit it off when we were both in 8th grade, band together, and had English with Mrs. Crazy, and it was a great bonding experience.
We do blame her for the lack of like poncho fashion at Johnson.
Yeah, she ruined it for everybody.
She kept wearing them.
So ponchos were very popular when we were in 8th grade, but this evil crazy teacher wore them, so we were all like, well, now we can't wear them.
Like fugly.
Because
Yeah, exactly. We're like, don't be associated.
we cannot match her. I mean, can you imagine matching your teacher?
I remember who you're talking about.
Dun, dun, dun.
Throw up.
Yeah, she's kind of a weirdo. Especially reading back like our notes to each other. You like telling me about that class. I was like, yikes, what a fucking weirdo, dude.
She really was. She was very hostile.
Creepy as fuck. Very angry. Weird. I'm
Always
glad I
smoking.
didn't have her.
Oh, I was going to say, do you remember, Stacey, the substitute that we had for her? Because she was pregnant. And here's another thing. Is I wrote in my journal about her. And I was like, she's pregnant. And then in parentheses, I put out of wedlock. Out of wedlock.
And then sad face. Womp,
Like you said, we
womp.
were in junior high. And I'm just like, wedlock. Anyway.
Incredible.
We had some substitute teacher who rolled up, and she would always just leave us alone in the classroom to go smoke, but then she'd like deny it. And one time another teacher came in and saw that we were unsupervised and being wild, and then she
Wild
was like,
enough.
where's the
Where's your
substitute?
teacher?
And when the substitute came back, she's like, where did you go? And she, I don't know if you remember this, but we quoted all the time. We'd go, nowhere.
I wasn't anywhere. And we're like, lady, we're smoking.
Like we can.
We all know what you smell like an ashtray.
You smell like menthols, but okay.
Yeah.
And then the way that we all became besties was I still believe it was your birthday, right?
It's either
For-
yours or Jamie's that we went to Adventure
Yeah.
Dome.
I wish we had context clues.
But I know
February.
Jamie wouldn't have invited you off the top because I think you were friends with her first.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So I think
But I
it was
remember
your
it being
birthday.
unusual that I got invited at all in any event. I was like, oh.
True. But we started off at your house, which is why I think, Because I remember standing outside your parents' house, and then we got a ride. So in my mind, I think it was Becca's birthday, and she was like, I thought it was just going to be her and I and Jamie, which is like my dream trifecta. Then she was like, oh, but I also invited Stacy Newman. And I was like, Stacy Newman? Because
What do you
Stacy
mean?
will
Why?
The full government name?
she will deny it to the end of the day. But Stacy was so fucking cool and so fucking hot. And I was just like,
Stacy was cool and hot, and also is cool and hot. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
Yeah, there's no sign of that. Yes. If you didn't hear that, it's a high five.
It's a high five.
Stacy was really fucking cool, really fucking hot. And so I was like, uh-oh. Because every movie, TV show, everything that I ever loved was all about the trifecta of realness. And so I was like, cool, I'm going to get kicked the fuck out. Because I don't even know how I got invited to this cheese party. And now, like, I'm going to get kicked out for the show. The three of them are going to have a joyous, hot, cool time. And I'm just going to be minding my own business over here in a van down by the river. So, yeah, and then we all go to Adventure Dome, and I'm thinking Stacy's gonna like act way too cool and be like prissy and be like,
I like have a cigarette.
You guys are
what the hell?
No, yeah.
like a greaser, like pink
yeah.
lady or whatever. But no, we all were dying laughing the entire time, taking our shoes off, throwing them in like
Having a grand old
I don't know.
time. We all
Having
just
the best
clicked and
day of our lives.
vibed.
We did.
Because it was like I feel like I'd never really hung out with any of you guys,
No.
and then that's why I was surprised when I got the invite. I was like, oh, cool. And
Yeah.
so,
And now look
I
at
knew
us.
you loved Harry Potter, so I was like, I know Shea loves Harry Potter, so like that's cool.
True. That was like my middle school identifier.
So I was like,
Everyone knew
that'll
that
be
about me.
fun. And then yeah, we all hit it off.
Yep, and we've been best friends ever since. Hee hee.
Side note, I can definitely see why you would say you thought it was my birthday, because otherwise, why would we have been at my house? Like, my house was not the place to be.
I really thought it was Jamie's birthday though.
We did go again for Jamie's birthday, but
Yes.
not the first time.
Yeah,
Like the time where we did the
magic
The
carpet.
magic carpet.
and that's why I get confused too, because I'm like, was it Jamie's? But I know, yeah, we were at your house, and that's when we did our dance to 1, 2, 3.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say, hey,
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that one guy was watching us.
Oh yeah, from the fucking street.
Creepy.
So creepy. But anyway,
Anyways.
and so we've just been so lucky to be best friends ever since. Over 20 years now. I want to say 21 years at this point.
Yeah, watching How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days all the time.
Yep. Making up dances. Eating hella healthy, delicious meals.
Oh yeah, I love
And,
a healthy, delicious meal.
Nutritious.
Causing havoc to our families.
I have an idea for a healthy, delicious meal tonight. If you guys are interested,
What is
if you
it?
don't want to go out to eat, like chicken sausage and onions and peppers.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds incredible.
That sounds so good. I love chicken sausage.
We've got a big day ahead, you guys.
We
got
truly do.
repotting the plants. We got to go change Shay's brake pads.
God.
I still think maybe we can negotiate that one.
But we gotta. All right. Well, anyways, let's get back to our notes, eh?
Let's do it.
I don't have that many notes, but I'm just riffing. The little dog. Oh my god,
I know. What is
So
it called again?
cute.
A
It's a Chinese crested.
crested. Yes.
Kroll the warrior.
Crow,
king.
the warrior king.
Yep. I'm like, girl,
Does Crow want to play?
dude, she's so wild. It's so funny.
Yeah. Unhinged. I said the fact, like, especially now being a plant person, the fact that love fern just died so fast is like hysterical to me. I'm like,
It's like 2 days
not
later.
happen, yeah.
Womp womp.
You're gonna let us die? You should think about that.
And then stomps out.
So good.
and then she's like, haven't you had enough? It's like, please,
Yeah.
one more shot.
Couples counseling. She's like,
I'm like, God, yes.
Oh, I know a shrink will do wonders with you, Benjamin.
Oh, the therapist part? I'm like, I would do that for my queens any
yeah.
day.
Also,
Or giant
us-coded
glasses.
for sure.
Yeah.
No, I would fucking do the shit out of that, and I would make a great therapist. And by great, I mean insane. Like,
when she goes, and then she called my, penis.
Yes.
and she's like, "How are we paying for this session?
That's $300.
liquid cash."
At the end, he was like, you owe me $300.
Yeah,
He goes,
she's
you're
like,
not a therapist.
Yes, I love it.
"You're not a therapist." She's like, "Ah." So good.
I want to know if y'all have ever been on a kiss cam.
No.
No,
Well, both of you said that with disappointment. So it sounds like you want to be.
I would love to.
I would love to be on a kiss cam too. I've also never been.
What's the best way to do it? Like once they start, you just start sucking face and hope they notice you?
That's
Or
such
do
a
you
good
just
question.
wait? Or you just wait for fate to pick you and then you just go for it?
You're so smart.
I don't know.
Well, jazz game.
Well, it's never going to
Lago.
happen because I'm never on camera. We've discussed this in prior episodes.
Yes,
True.
Mike
The camera
Wazowski.
hates me.
Stacy is Bigfoot straight up.
For
She is.
Shea's show, the people published a reel. Guess what I'm doing? I'm fully bent over doing something. You
She's
cannot
not
see a
showing
thing.
At all her face.
I want to see
You
this.
would never know
I
what's
want to see this right after that.
I'm gonna show
I was like, look who it is.
She sent it to me being like, Jay. I was like, oh my God, because we had just talked about it.
Truly.
Crazy.
Oh, no. Okay, well,
So I don't think it's going to happen, to be
No.
honest.
it's just part of it.
We'll see. Maybe it'll be the one and only time. And then, kiss cam, the text will be right over your face. It'll be great.
Said the fact that they went to press in 11 days is nuts. She's like, why 10? She's like, 5 is too short. We go to press in 11. I'm like, oh, okay. So no
Tight
rewriting,
turnaround.
no editing.
Very
allowed.
short edits.
No.
But I guess she was submitting notes along the way, so maybe that made it
That's
easier, but
true.
still. Just
Still.
pressure. That's a lot.
No, that's a shit ton. I don't know how anyone writes these fucking articles and, with the deadlines that they have and stuff,
Well, we'll only do a week to edit a 500-page bleeding at my work. So, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. Still wild. I can't do it, but you're also a fantastic writer. So.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So I tried to make a little timeline of the 10 days.
Oh, here we go.
Interesting.
I
this is
know.
so fun.
I tried to find it online and I couldn't find one. And I was like, well, I can't rewatch it, so I'm just going to have to go through.
Wow. Nice.
Dude, hell yeah. Let's go.
Okay. So day number 1, they meet at the bar.
Yes.
Right? Day number 2, they go to the basketball game, which is the classic. She asks for the Coke.
It's not diet,
I'm so
man.
thirsty. Yeah, it's not diet. Benny, it's not diet. Yep. Number 3 is when he cooks for her.
Oh,
but then they
nice.
go to that vegetarian spot instead.
Oh, yeah.
He always misses a shot from the top of the key.
He never misses a shot from the
She's
top
so
of the
smart.
key.
Yes. Number 4, which we did not hit on, when they go to the Celine Dion concert.
Oh, yeah. You can feel the sweat.
Yes.
She raises his arm up and she pulls us down.
Yeah, I love it.
So good.
I had tickets for tonight.
Yeah. He says, I suppose I don't have to work after
Yeah,
all.
ridiculous.
He got called the fuck out. He fucked around and he found out.
I know.
I think this is where the wheels kind of start falling off. I think day 5 is when she comes into the office with her matching plaid outfits and where she introduces Kroll.
Magic.
Yep. Matching. Exactly. That's like another. She makes the funniest
She's so
noises.
funny.
Yeah. Day 6 is when she crashes guys' night.
Ah, yeah.
Yep. Day 7 is when they go to the therapist, and she says you should go for the weekend to Staten Island. So that's day 8 and 9.
Yes.
And then number 10 is when
Wow.
they go to the party.
Wow. I love that
timeline,
breakdown.
Becca.
It's so
Lots of stuff
wonderful.
happening. I know.
You're so prepared.
It's the Virgo.
Oh, yeah. And the old diamond baddie who's totally hitting on him the whole time.
Oh, I love
She's
her.
so cool.
She's serving cunt straight up
she
in many
really is.
ways.
Flower. She really is.
He wants to deflower
Mrs.
the lower, you know?
How many drinks would it take for you guys to hijack the stage the way that Kate Hudson did?
None.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay.
No. I'm saying the opposite. I don't think
Yeah.
you could get me up there.
Yeah.
Even if I was blackout, I'd be
I
like,
don't
no, thank you.
What about when you were 23 years old?
No, I feel like less likely.
Yeah.
Under what? Out of anger? The same way she did it?
Yes.
Ooh.
Out of
If I had no
Women's rage.
stakes, especially when I was younger, absolutely, I would do it. Because then I had all the audacity and I had a lot of anger, a lot of rage at that age. You guys know. I feel like I absolutely would have done it.
And you'd have ate that shit up too.
Thank you.
Honestly, she did too.
She did.
When she hit that high note. Ooh.
I would have just been like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Nice. Yeah, South Park.
Yeah, how they're he's like, okay, how about you guys stop her? You'd be
Yeah.
like, I don't fucking think so. You kung fu the ass.
That was cool when he's like, we're going to sing a duet, actually. I'm like, hell yeah. bring it
Damn.
up here.
Thinking of it so fast.
Yep.
And
That's pretty
Mr.
baller.
Lauer loved it.
Yep.
She's like, ha
Yes, she did. You're so right.
She's like, it's a performance for me.
She runs out wearing the diamond. They call
Oh,
security
yeah.
on
They're
her.
like, lady, give us that back immediately.
Yeah.
And she's like, fuck.
Yep.
She didn't even think about it.
Her
That
yellow
dress,
diamond matching her little yellow dress.
And then she was really in love with him, you guys.
Yeah.
So
the twist.
sweet. Yeah.
They did spend so much time together and they did a lot of different activities so they could see how each other were, especially once he took her home.
And
That was-
fake relationship is a very popular trope in romance
Yes.
stories, and this one is one of the best.
You know what's funny? I just realized, because we didn't do the synopsis, for anyone who hasn't seen this movie, Andy Anderson, Kate Hudson's character, is playing a columnist for Composure magazine, where she is the self-proclaimed resident how-to girl, and she is writing a story about how to lose a guy in 10 days, where she meets Benjamin Barry, who is a advertising executive, and he is also making a bet about how to make a woman fall in love with him in 10 days.
That's why it's so funny that they're both so mad at each other at the end when they both did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're so mad. And it's like, listen,
When he's like,
you did
maybe
the same
you can use
shit.
it as a little twist to your story. And she's like, I don't know, you want to bet on it? I'm like,
And I'm
"Oh,
like,
shit."
y'all are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
God.
Both messed up.
Get the fuck out of here. But they end up getting back together at the end because he's like, no, where are you going? You're
And-
running
Yes.
away.
And I do love that it's not a coincidence. I love that his coworkers purposely know what's going on and set it up. It's so perfect.
I know. It's so evil.
They're so good.
They're badass bitches.
Yeah,
They're gorgeous.
They're gorgeous.
Are they together?
I think so.
I think they are. It's
That's
not
my
explicit.
lord.
God, I don't
but
know.
I think they're
never
like a
thought of it,
couple.
but that makes sense.
I think they are, and I think they use their wily ways to like charm men into like buying into their marketing
Yes,
shit, which
so
I'm like,
good.
yes.
Get it, girl.
But yeah, I love this fucking movie. I don't have any more notes. I don't know if you guys do, but
I think those were all the big ones.
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's a great. If you haven't seen it, highly suggest. And I feel like also I didn't mention this, but I know like most women I know love romantic comedies, but I would say this is probably one of the most like men friendly romantic comedies. Like when I've asked dudes what their favorite romantic comedy is, this is usually the one that they say for whatever reason.
Yeah, and it
I
has a
love that
shared male perspective too, which a lot of rom-coms are purely from the woman's point of view. But this one does split its time pretty evenly between like Matthew McConaumay trying to do his thing and her trying to do her thing.
Totally. Yeah. So it's just great, and you should definitely check it out. And it's on. I think I watched it on Amazon Prime.
It's also on Apple TV.
Hey,
Hey.
there you go.
So yeah,
For all you Ted Lasso heads.
Hey,
which I still haven't watched, and everyone's mad at me for it.
I haven't seen season 2.
It's a good time.
So are we doing
So
some?
I have some trivia
Oh my God.
for Becca.
for Becky.
But this is a unique form of trivia. It's literally just finish the lines or fill in the blanks. So you're going to do
Quotes,
so
movie
good.
quotes?
Yes.
Hey, I'm scared
And there's
now.
just 5.
Ooh, I've been talking a big game. All right,
Okay,
No,
so
you
the
got
first
this,
one is yucky yucky pizza.
Yummy, yummy cucumber sandwiches.
Nailed it. Okay.
Love it.
And then we already talked about this one, but oh no, our love fern, it died.
Are you going to let us die, Ben?
Perfect.
So good.
Number 3, does blank blank want to come out and play?
Does Crow the Warrior King want to come out to play? Or the first one?
The first one.
Does Princess Sophia
Yay!
want to Nice.
That's
Nailed it.
right.
But-
Nailed it. And then, okay, well, do you have a blank I can throw up in?
Oh, my God. I don't remember. It's when they're in the cab and she's like,
Yeah.
hey, do you have an ashtray? I
Yeah,
can
you
throw it.
did it. That one was tough. And then this one is, this is beautiful. The game, the whole thing. I wish.
I wish I ate meat.
Yay! You nailed all 5 of them.
Which, by the way, I think we all probably caught this. But at the beginning, the very first date, they go out for lobster, right? So what do you mean you don't eat meat? Anyway,
Pescatarian, maybe.
true.
Mabes. Okay. Shall I found a personality quiz?
Yeah, I didn't find one.
Okay, let's see.
While you're looking for that, when Kate Hudson, Andy Anderson, first shows up to her friend Michelle's house and she opens the door and she's like, hi! And just immediately starts sobbing. I'm
Yeah.
like, relatable, dude. I
know.
You see your friend, you know, you're like,
I thought I was okay and I'm not.
yes.
Yeah.
You're like, you're coming to check on me and now I can't hold it together.
Yeah, their friendship was really cute.
Agree.
Like, I love when they're suntanning on top of the building, and she's like, no, it's not going to be enough. I can't crack this guy. And she's like
Yes.
laughing.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good, but it's not. This guy.
Okay, I haven't found a like character quiz, but this one says, "Can you lose a guy in exactly 10 days?"
Ooh, interesting.
Should I give it to you?
Is it
Sure.
BuzzFeed?
Like a choose
It is
your own
BuzzFeed.
Okay, cool.
Day 1, choose a target victim. Oh, these are all like random dudes. Okay, so sorry guys, these are all like pictures, so you're
Okay.
gonna have to look it up yourself.
Should I try to describe them?
Yeah.
All right, we've got Lex, who has a cigar and a fur coat, and he's he's holding up a glass of wine. We've got Adam, who's in a puffy coat. Liam, who's also holding up a jar of something.
Urine. Gross.
Jake, who's sitting behind a bar drinking something. Great. I'm not doing a good job at this.
Yes,
Ethan,
you are.
plaid shirt. Jordan, what's that guy's name? I'm so embarrassed. Pharrell hat.
Pharrell.
I'm going to go with choose a target. Oh, to make me not.
Yeah.
To chase away. I can definitely chase away Liam for sure.
Bye, Liam.
Which one is Liam?
He was the guy holding out. He looks very wholesome. He's got a blue button down and he's holding out a glass of beer.
Oh,
but it
I
looks like it's
see.
in a wine glass, so I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, he looks very douchey. Okay, day 2. You take him to see his favorite team play. In the final seconds of the game, you cheer for his favorite team too. Cheer for the opposite team and tease him when his team loses. Make him go buy you a drink so he misses the end, or start crying because he loves sports more than he loves you.
Number 4. For sure.
Hell yeah.
For
That's
sure.
a good
Insane.
one.
Day 3. You invite him to see a romantic comedy. During the screening, you talk loudly, making other moviegoers angry, resulting in your date getting punched. Tell him you don't want any snacks, but then eat a bunch of his. Keep checking your phone the whole time, or watch the movie quietly and respectfully.
Probably number 1 if I'm losing him. Which, by the way, we didn't talk about that scene. But
Yeah.
We didn't. That one's pretty funny. Okay.
It's clocked.
Day 4. He has you over to his place and he serves you a home-cooked meal. You tell him you're a vegetarian, you're not, and start crying. Bring wine and have a lovely evening together. Show up 30 minutes late with a half-assed excuse, or make fun of his furniture and home decor.
Yeah, idiot.
Number 4.
Yes. Okay. Day 5. He invites you over again. You bring a photoshopped album of what your future kids will look like. Yell at him that he never comes over to your place. Bring a bunch of personal items so you can redecorate his place to your liking, or go and have a nice time cuddling on the couch.
I'm between number 1 and number 3 on this one if I'm trying to get rid of someone. Because, like, the fake Photoshop is, like, you know, that's obviously not going to keep him.
Yeah, that's
But
bonkers.
decorating his place, probably also not.
Aggressive.
Yeah, it is.
Let's go with number 1.
Okay, let's do it. Day 6. He has a guy's night planned and wants to see you tomorrow. Instead, you totally understand and tell him to have a good time. Crash guy's night with your dog and let your dog pee on the furniture. Cry that he doesn't love you enough to make him cancel guy's night, or tell him to have a good time but text him every 5 minutes all night.
Number 3. We're crying all the way through this.
Hell yeah.
Every day.
Emotional manipulation. I like it. Day 7. He suggests you two go to couples counseling. You refuse because you've only been dating a week. Say yes and research some competent couples therapists in the area. Say yes and have your friend pretend to be a couples therapist, or set his apartment on fire.
Jesus.
We're
That's
going
arson,
to-
brother.
Yeah. I was going to say, we'll avoid breaking the law.
Yeah, exactly.
And I guess we're going to go with, you two would both be my combined therapists in this situation.
God,
Can you do that?
yes.
Can you have, like, 2 therapists give you a session?
I don't think so.
Yes. In this scenario, we're like starting this like new
Yeah.
thing
Ooh.
that we do.
I like it.
You know, good cop, bad cop.
I don't think it's ever. Well, I guess if there's 2 people, it's like I don't think you want to feel outnumbered.
That's incredible.
Day 8. He takes you home to meet his family. You learn the family's favorite card game and have a nice time. Refuse to talk to any of his family members. Tell his mother explicit details about having sex with her son.
Oh my
or
God.
Say a bunch of racist shit.
Wow. The option. We're going to go with number 3, I guess. Was that telling him or telling the mom a bunch of explicit?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know, right? None of them are good, but I guess number 3.
If you're trying, if you're trying to run him out, that's a good way to do it.
Wow.
Day 9. He takes you to the local boardwalk. You eat an ice cream cone sexily. Did I write this?
I don't know another way.
Crash his motorcycle. Complain about how awful the boardwalk is and insist on leaving immediately, or have sex with him in the bathroom when you get home.
Kate Hudson.
Yeah, what was number 2?
Crash his motorcycle.
Dang.
And then, sorry, what was number 3?
It's okay. Complain about how awful the boardwalk is and insist on leaving immediately.
That one.
Okay. And day 10. He invites you to a fancy gala where you find out he's only been dating you to get a promotion. You
Just
say,
like you've been doing.
fair enough, I was using you too. And you call it even and part as friends. Get in a huge public fight with him and never see each other again. Break up, write a confessional article about how much you like him, and make up with him later, or pretend you never found out, quit your job, never tell him the truth either. Ooh, that's evil.
It's so funny because the whole point is to, like, drive him away, right?
Yeah.
And then option 2 allows you to actually drive him away.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we're picking number 2.
There you go.
You sort of lost a guy in 10 days.
Sort of. You were awful.
See, now I feel like the friend's up on the roof.
However,
What do you mean?
it only really worked because he had to stay with you in order to get his promotion. So the entire experiment was flawed from the beginning. Your boss thinks it makes for an interesting story, though, and you get that promotion you've been after. Nice.
Okay.
Damn, Becca always being a boss-ass bitch.
Well, I would have chosen basically the same thing. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and, me too.
you drive away a guy? Would you tell him to have a great night and we'll talk to him tomorrow? Like,
yeah. Like, why was there always an option that was good?
I know. I'm like, I thought the whole point was
Yeah, the
lame BuzzFeed.
Stupid BuzzFeed.
Stupid.
You know what? They're the best quizzes, though. Besides the...
Well, they're not fraudulent, so
Right,
that's good.
And they're not 500 questions. And we only
Yeah.
find
Oh
out,
my
like,
God.
10 minutes
Yeah. Some of
later.
the quizzes, I'd be like, oh, never mind. This is 55 questions.
We've made that
my
mistake
God.
many a time, unfortunately.
It took a whole hour to like get to the
Yeah, for real.
Well, especially with like the lesser known movies, we like choose a quiz because we're like, holy shit, there is a quiz. And then we find out like,
It's
again, 10, 15
utter
minutes
garbage.
later.
Yeah.
I have one more question for y'all.
Yes.
Is there anything that you've done that you'd like to share that would align in this, right? That you're like, oh, that for sure would have
Like, I went too far.
Yeah, right? Like a self-proclaimed, like, yikes, why did I do that?
Ooh.
Even counts when you're like, newly dating.
I have one.
teenage.
I have one that's bad.
Oh,
It's not like crazy bad, but it's pretty bad.
I'm so excited.
When I was dating my longest ex, it was maybe like maybe a couple months. No, it was like a year in. I publicly made a song and put it on, like not a real song, but I was like playing guitar and I was like freestyling about all the dudes I've ever blown by name. And I posted it on Instagram, and then I was talking about it at a party with him right next to me, and he was sitting there like literally fuming, and I literally didn't even have the wherewithal to think. Like, I honestly didn't even think it was disrespectful because I was so in love with him, and there was like no chance that I would ever like get with anyone else. But to him, he's like, you are literally embarrassing the fuck out of me right now. Like, why are you talking about all these dudes you've blown and how big their dicks are? And what's really dumb, I didn't even clock it. I literally didn't even think this is a bad idea one time until he brought it up and I was like, oh my God, you're right. That was really shitty. I'm so sorry.
That's so funny.
That's a good one, and it's true.
It's a good one. I'm trying to think of where, like, I did something that I was like, they should have broken up with me, or they could have, and everyone would have been like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or you look back and you're like, oh, yikes.
Like,
What was I thinking?
yeah.
I'm trying to go back through the relationships.
Can you think of one while she's thinking?
It's funny because one just barely popped in, so I'll say that while you're thinking about it. It's funny because he still doesn't know this, but now he will again. Shout out to my first high school boyfriend.
Yay!
As if he'll listen to this.
For sure. You're famous.
He went on a mission, and while he was gone, I somehow hacked into his Facebook, and I changed his password, y'all.
Oh, I remember
Oh, that's a good
I was
one.
now running his Facebook
Oh
account.
my God!
Nuts. And it's
I
funny
love it.
because he knew, and
Oh, God.
he knew without knowing, right?
Yeah.
Like, he knew someone did it,
And he's
who
like,
could
it's
it have possibly
probably
been?
Becca.
So he emailed me, and he was like, dude.
Like, stop.
And I was like, what are you talking about? So there's my dirt for the pod.
Dude, I love that. That's so
Only
baller,
one
Becca.
thing's coming to mind, but it's embarrassing for the person, so I don't want to say it, but I will tell you ladies immediately after this.
Okay.
Wow.
I can't
Not that
wait.
they should have broken up with me, but I was
Exclusive
like, that was rude.
content.
I can't wait to hear whatever
It's
this
silly.
is.
I'm trying to think of a better one
Yeah, no worries.
that I can share.
Were you? I don't know if you were dating him at the time, but it was when you were like, "Who's that like ugly guy?"
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a good one.
Tell that one.
Okay, so I think I was dating this person at the time. It was like my first little 8th grade boyfriend. We were madly in love, and we were like sneaking off to Target because I wasn't supposed to have a boyfriend or whatever. And his mom was picking him up, and we're outside of the Target, and I see I know it's his mom's car. It pulls around the corner, and I go. Who is that weird guy with your mom? And he responded, that would be my grandma.
Who's that fucking ugly
And I was like,
She's lovely.
So
I
amazing.
was literally like,
I
whoopsies.
said weird. I meant really cool and beautiful and
Shout out to
timeless.
the crone.
That weird guy
Shout out to the
with
crone.
your mom.
The crone of the century.
That's my grandma.
Dude, I had a similar
It's so
story
mean.
with our homie Connor. Shout out to Connor. He had a graduation party.
I'm like trying not to use names, and you're like,
No, he's a homie. Honestly. And I wasn't dating him, but I had a similar story where there was a fucking graduation party. He
I know the story, so I'm laughing. It's very
posted
similar.
pictures, all of his fucking graduation party, and he was over at my house after, like, showing me the pictures we're going through, and it's like a group of people. And I was like, oh my God, there's a ghost. There's a ghost in this fucking picture. Look how creepy they are. He's through the window. And he goes, dude, that's my grandma.
So we're anti-grandma here at Blockbuster Wives.
Anti-crone. And yet.
And now we're full circle because now we're trying to. This is penance for us.
Yes.
For being so anti-crone in our past.
Exactly. That was so mean. And you know what? We're very pro-crone now,
Yeah.
okay?
You're not a weird old guy or ghost. You're a valued member of society.
Dude, that's my grandma. I will never get that out of my mom still brings that up because she was there. And she cries every time she brings it up. It is so fucking funny.
That's a good one.
Great question, Becca.
Yeah, and thanks for reminding me of the who's the weird guy with your
Yeah, I was
mom.
like, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a classic. Well, another episode has come and gone. Becca,
Our first with Becca.
thank you
for
so
having
much.
me.
No,
I hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed it.
I loved it.
Yay.
Wouldn't want to do anything else.
me
Ever.
neither.
Yay.
I love you so much.
We love you
so much.
We
Love
love you,
you.
listeners.
And we love you guys, okay?
All right.
I do too.
So this is our last episode of Matthew McConaumay.
Yeah.
Of course, we had to end with a banger beyond.
And just so y'all know, we are taking June off.
We are.
Go listen to some old eps.
Absolutely. We might dish out we might still post on our story and stuff, but don't expect too much. We're going to give our producer a break. We're going to have a break. And then we're going to come in hot and heavy for July. We're doing a late queer month. So get ready for that.
Yeah.
And we just love y'all. Hope you have the best June ever. And
Birthday month here at the Blockbuster Wives.
yeah, it's birthday
So we'll be
month.
partying all month, basically.
Exactly. But we love you guys, and we hope you have a fantastic, fun, safe queer month, and we'll see you in July.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Shout out to I Have No Mouth for our delightful theme song and Whitney Vertucci for our beautiful podcast art.
And all of this couldn't be possible without our amazing producer, Anthony, aka DJ Munchausen.
If you have questions for us or would like to advertise with us, please email us at blockbusterwives@gmail.com and please join our Patreon for exclusive bonus content.
As always, please rate, subscribe, and tell all your friends about us.
We love you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Our love fern! It's dead.
No, honey, it's just sleeping.
You let it die. You gonna let us die? Hmm? You should think about that.